This is the Truth Network.
It's Storytime, Memaw, an answered prayer for stories that point children to God. And here's today's story with Joanne Vickner.
Memaw freaks out on a mountain. After Memaw and Aunt Donna attended a conference in Tennessee, they spent several days sightseeing and checking out things for us to do when we go there this summer. Their first free day was spent shopping and collecting brochures on outdoor activities. One advertised a long swinging bridge suspended high above a river. That would be a must-see. When Memaw says she wants us to see God's creation, she means it. That evening she said, "Donna, let's go check out the cabins we booked and see how far they are from the town." Donna called to get the address of the one in Pigeon Forge, but the lady was only allowed to give her nearby street names. Memaw plugged the information into the navigation system, and they headed out. She drove slowly along the winding road up the side of the mountain. The higher she went, the more nervous she became. 30 minutes into the drive, a white van made a tight turn against the mountain and stopped the moment he saw her. Memaw stopped too. There was not enough room for the two vehicles to pass each other. Memaw needed to scoot over a bit, but she was too afraid to move. The only thing beyond the right side of the paved road was nothing. She got out of the car, walked straight towards the man in the van, who had his window down, and said, "I'm so sorry, but I can't do this. I really can't." Then Aunt Donna got behind the wheel, and Memaw gave her hand signals, showing her she only had inches to spare before the front tire would drive off the road and possibly down the cliff. The man in the van parked closely against the mountain and turned his side mirror inward. My aunt barely squeezed past him. Then Memaw got back into the car and hit the GPS button for home. Long story short, the GPS took them down a different route on wider roads. What a relief! The cabin company eventually gave them the exact address to the cabin, and Donna drove there and back without any trouble. Then they entered the address of the second cabin, and Memaw drove towards Gatlinburg. The road at the base of the mountain was narrow, but Memaw was doing okay. 40 long minutes later, they were nearly there. But the road was at a much steeper slope, upward. Memaw was thinking this was a bad idea. Then, suddenly, there was nothing along the edge of the road but sky. Memaw was scared. Soon, she topped a cliff and was blinded by the sun. They couldn't see a thing. She stopped dead in her tracks. Memaw was so scared she freaked out. What was she to do? Right! She asked God for help. After a quick prayer, God answered, and Memaw relaxed. She could see now, and what she saw was blue sky and no road. She creeped up inch by inch as they searched for the road. The road curved sharply to the left and sloped down to a concrete bridge. As soon as Memaw made it to the bridge, Aunt Donna told her to stop and get out. Go up that hill and stop any traffic from coming our way, because I'm going to turn this car around right now, right here. Well, Memaw was all for getting out of there. She hiked up the road and stood in the middle of the curve, determined to stop anyone from coming through. Aunt Donna slowly moved the car back, forth, and sideways until she turned it around. Then Memaw got in, and Aunt Donna hugged the mountain all the way down. Memaw canceled that cabin and scrambled to book hotel rooms instead. I'm thinking our summer vacation in the Smoky Mountains will be something we never forget. When Memaw gets in trouble or gets scared, she prays right away and teaches us to do the same. God loves you, and He will never leave you. He hears your pleas and He cares for you. Our Bible teaches us to pray about everything and not to worry about anything. We are to thank Him for everything He's done for us and tell Him our needs. Then we can experience His peace, which is something no one can understand.
If you enjoy Joanne's stories, her book is available on Amazon. And her website at itsstorytimememaw.com. That's itsstorytimememaw.com. Go ahead and order it today, and thanks for listening.